gold has been on the decline since it hit that $1,900 an ounce mark back in September. Silver has set a record too before falling back. What does next year look like? Let's bring in Rich Ilczyszyn of iitrader.com. Rich, welcome back to InBusiness.
Thanks for having me.
So it's people like you that should take the blame for all those folks who paid more for the jewelry gifts that they're giving this season?
Hardly. Listen, I think gold's going to catch a bid in 2012, and I'll give you 450 reasons why. Central banks this year in 2011 bought 450 tons. A lot of analysts speculate that emerging markets in Asia and elsewhere will add about the same amount next year. Are they going to buy it when it's at 2,000, or are they going to buy it at a discount? I think the floor in gold right now is about $1,400. And think about this, out of all the gold that was mined this year in 2011, 20% went to central banks. I think this is a feature that you have to watch for the price of gold. Obviously, with the higher dollar, the market's come off a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Fed actually expand the balance sheet some way, somehow in the first quarter. That drops the dollar a little bit.
Oh, what way would you expect them to do that?
Well, listen, I think if they do a little bit more expanding of this, specifically their balance sheet by buying bonds or whatever it is that they use, they won't call it QE3, but in order to keep the liquidity going. And by the way, I think the dollar strength here is not the dollar being strong, it's euro weakness. Now, if the euro kind of gets things managed, I think that bids up the euro, because now the euro is a very short position. In fact, this is the largest short position in a few years, since 2007. When they start to cover, dollar pulls back, euro goes up a bit, gold, silver follow, and then you get buyers in the market, and we're on our way.
Well, we're still just above that $1,600 an ounce mark for gold. What's your projection for how we're going to close the year?
Well, listen, right here, I think that the market's somewhat range-bound for a couple of reasons. One of them is the MF debacle, taking $1 billion out of the market and leaving a lot of people on the sidelines right now. Guys that would normally be in here bidding the market perhaps are on the sidelines. So let's see what happens after the first of the year. My line in the sand is going to be that 1540 level, and I really don't think it's going to break 1400, and I would look for the market to spring from that level and go up.
All right, Rich, you have a great holiday. Thanks very much.
You too. Thanks for having me.